I have always thought of myself as a free-spirited person, neither an idealist nor an ideologue, just one who follows what I believe is right. That does not mean I blindly adhere to certain ideals to the extent of irrationality. Now that I have entered my 67th year of life, much of which was recorded in journal entries, I have decided to take time to revisit some of the key phases of my existence in an effort to determine what, exactly, made me do the things I did. South Carolina, November 1832. As a member of the South Carolina Bar, I consider myself somewhat in authority on the law. Although the recent tariffs have been construed by the populace as unfair and worthy of secession, I believe that, while the tariffs might be exceedingly onerous, they can be altered in a democratic fashion to meet the wants and needs of people, and that South Carolina should remain part of the United States. The Alamo, February 1836. Life is a nightmare. Around midday, February 23rd, the scouts stationed outside Bear reported an army of about 1,800 Mexican soldiers a few short miles away, heading in the direction of the Alamo. We had not prepared for the staged, symmetrical siege by the scurrilous scalawags from the south that was sure to leave us scrambling. In the following afternoon, the garrison at the Alamo crowded onto the ramparts to watch the Mexican soldiers move into unoccupied Bear. The first night was as quiet as a leopard about to pounce. As the temperature dropped precipitously throughout the week, the Mexican artillery was placed in position. Every night that week, artillery rained upon the Alamo like hail on a tin roof. Washington on the Brazos, March 1836. My stay at the Alamo was interrupted by the need to travel to Washington on the Brazos for the Texas Independence Convention, at which I was one of the delegates from Bear. We traveled quickly, urging our horses through 200-some miles towards the site of the meeting, arriving on March 5th. On the way, we experienced a significant delay when a flooded river thwarted our passage. Upon arrival, a special session of the convention was ordered so we could send reinforcements to the Alamo. Alas, by the time we arrived, the Alamo had already fallen, which further strengthened my resolve to support independence. San Antonio, Texas, March 1843. After a successful stint in southern Alabama, where I met my lovely wife Mary Ann and witnessed the birth of our first son, Samuel Jr., I scurried back to the Republic of Texas to open a law practice and secure large swaths of land. I became mayor of San Antonio, then, ultimately, city treasurer. Although I joined the Runaway of 42, based on rumors of a Mexican invasion of San Antonio, I returned to the city to fulfill my obligations as treasurer. Indeed, the Mexicans did invade, and I served 5 months in the Perote prison deep in Mexico. I was released through the intervention of the United States. While imprisoned, I was elected to the 7th Congress of the Republic of Texas. San Antonio, Texas, February 1861. My political career has spanned many offices, including many offices in San Antonio, the Republic of Texas, and the state of Texas. Now I find myself yet again in the throes of a major decision. Despite my earlier support of the Union, it is apparent that the will of the people must be done, and I must support secession from the United States. As difficult as this may be, I fully support Texas's entry into the Confederacy and will serve as a secession commissioner. Upon reflection, I can conclude that some of what my critics have said is seemingly accurate. I supported continued statehood for South Carolina during a strong secessionist movement, yet supported Texas's secession from the United States. In fact, my attitude towards my adopted home, state, or country could be considered quixotic. At first, I fought for Texas independence from Mexico. Later, I was a strong advocate for Texas statehood, then ultimately supported leaving the United States for the Confederacy. Eventually, I accepted a presidential pardon from the United States President and was an active opponent of radical Republican Reconstruction in Texas. What I can say is that I have always followed my heart, no matter what path it has taken me down, despite the opinions of anyone else.